Proximus Caesar from Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. What a cool character this guy was. It was a good movie, I thought. Like, in general, I enjoyed it. It's hard to like get movies that are kind of fun these days. This was a fun movie. Suspend your disbelief. It was good. Let's draw him. So, portrait of him on the throne, looking all intense. So, center point of my page is about here. His eyes will be around halfway, right? And we're going to start with his like big chimp eyebrows. So, carving a line, like a check mark or a frown, just kind of going this way. And it can be kind of bumpy and wrinkly and stuff, right? So kind of like coming across the top of his eye and then kind of curves down. Maybe like some extra little curves just down around here. Okay, do the same thing pretty much over this side, right? About the same size and everything. You want it to be kind of bumpy and sort of wrinkly and stuff. And it sort of curves down around the corner of his eye here. Maybe like an extra little bumpy frown thing here. So that's like his brow sort of area, and it sort of like has a top part as well, like a line that goes around, because he's a chimp, goes around like his whole eye shape sort of. Okay, so right, the eye's in under here, right? So just go diagonal that way, kind of in the middle of it, and then the top eyelid there. Okay, it's kind of like human eyes. Got a tear duct, and then the bottom eyelid line curves around to there. Do chimps have eyelashes? That's the question. I would imagine they do. So you could like darken this up like a little bit. Just add some eyelashes maybe. But his green eyes, so iris and pupil, he's kind of like looking up under his eyebrow here. So to make it look like he's looking up, you want it to come down and up. Kind of there. And then the iris will be sort of in the middle, touching the top there, because it gives the illusion that he's like frowning, looking up, and maybe like a tear duct line there. So then like some wrinkles and stuff on his nose, right? So it's like the inside of the nose, and then sort of joins his eye here. So he's all these bags and wrinkles and stuff around his eye, like around the eye socket here as well, coming up, and it goes like onto his nose, you know, that chimp nose. It's got like all those wrinkly ridges and stuff. And we'll do pretty much the same thing over here. Now you're about eye width over, so the width of that eye will be the distance, like how far you want to go over to the other tear duct. Like with chimps, sometimes it might be like a little bit more, but not too much more. So like here to here would be, so say if I did there, that's about your distance, right? Roughly, might be a little bit more if you wanted. And then this curves down that way. About the same size as that eye. And then we have his tear duct. And then the bottom eyelid line just curves around and up. And again, his iris kind of curves around here. Up into there. And then the pupil sort of touching the top here. Make it look like he's kind of looking up under his brow. And again, if you want sort of eyelashes here as well, and make his forehead just a little bit wrinklier. Right, and then we got, like, you know, some eyelid lines and, you know, wrinkles around the eye and stuff. And again, coming onto his nose, there's these sort of, the bridge of his nose kind of has stuff on it here. Like his eye socket sort of has all these wrinkles that come around. So all these bumps just coming around his nose. So the nose itself, right? So chimp love heart sort of shaped nose. If you follow, I did a Caesar, like original Caesar drawing. Where's that go? And it's pretty much the same. So it kind of like bumps around this way. Kind of up here as well. So kind of like a love heart sort of shape. Right, and then so the wrinkles sort of side of his face kind of comes down then. Gets kind of hairy then in there. We do nostrils, so he's got yeah, like a skin flap sort of here, and then a nostril open sort of coming down this way. But there's like another piece of bone or something there. All right, I'm going to shadow this up a bit. Just make it dark. All right, and then so there's kind of a line down the middle. And then just some extra sort of texture lines and stuff on this. Right, so kind of he's got sort of a hairy face again, right? So and he's got that sort of chimp-like mouth here, but his beard sort of starts here, right? So you've got like the starts of sort of hair, so this kind of zigzag sort of line, and it comes right down by the corner of his mouth, and then it goes up along his face. And he kind of has a longer, well, it looks like a longer sort of face than original Caesar. He's making this little smirk, like a smirky little mouth, right? So it's like here. So we'll go, yeah, so we'll just like curve it here. And then it kind of goes far, like it goes down this way. And we can see his teeth inside, right? So it's like he's talking. Okay, so it's kind of open here. And you can see like a tooth and some gum line. So we can see like a tooth in here, and then like his gum line with a bigger tooth. coming down this way. Right, and I'm just gonna, you could draw a tongue in there if you wanted, but maybe I will. It's kind of all shadowy in here though. Just sort of black. Maybe I'll just let this be sort of a pinky tongue sort of shape. I'm not sure, maybe tongue. Tongue just there. And then, so his top lip, right? So it's not, chimps sort of have just these kind of wrinkles. You could have like a suggestion of a top lip there. But they mostly have like these sort of lines, right? That sort of follow the face, sort of like so, right? And then maybe like a little bit of a bottom lip just here. Ooh, sorry. I think this would be better just colored dark black, I think. Maybe like hatched a bit. Yeah, maybe just a little bit of hatching in here just to show there's some shadow. Hard to know really. I just keep adding more black. Might eventually be all black. Right, so he has like a beard, so a bearded chin. Coming around, and it joins like his face here. Right, so that's all beard. And then it goes up, right up beside his eye. Right, so it goes all the way, and this is like his brow sort of area that they have. Right, and we'll just keep adding the hair coming up. This goes all the way up like to his ear. And it's just this sort of zigzag, sort of hairy. And it goes like under his crown, which comes across his head here as well. So, say like, we'll do this side as well. All the way up to there. Kind of like joins his head sort of here somewhere. All sort of textures on this. And then the crown, so comes out from behind his ears. So his ears are real high up and they're just sort of roundy kind of chimp ears. Textures all in there. And then the crown comes out from behind the ear, down into the middle, across, back up to there. And there might be some extra sort of wrinkles on his forehead. I'm just moving images. Where is the... Hopefully I edit this out. Where's my image gone? Oh, I've lost it. The one where he's on the throne. There. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, the rest of this crown, right? So it goes kind of big, right? So it goes like around here. And then we get like a big spike right up either side. Right? There's a spike in the middle. So this one comes back down in towards the center. Like so. And it kind of goes down this way. And there's like a little edge at the back which goes kind of behind his hair, so you can't really see it. And a little bit there. And then we have the center spikes, two of them, and they're kind of bumpy, like they're kind of like fashioned kind of not sort of steadily. And we give these kind of like scratches and some dents on them and stuff. And then his hair then at the back, so kind of like say here. Some textures just going all back here. Okay, so bent, big sort of chimp neck, just coming down, hairy. This kind of goes over his cape that he sort of wears. All right, same on this side. Okay, so then he's got this like complicated looking thing along here. So like below his chin, right, the arrows sort of, the pointy bit comes down, right there, and then there's a series of fabric and spikes and stuff just going this way, right? So we'll just do the easy way. So we'll go down there, and then there's like a red little section, and it goes like underneath his hair, sort of here. Okay. It can be bumpy because there's all these bones and stuff on it, so it doesn't have to be like a perfectly straight line or anything. And this sort of sits on his shoulder, right? So there's like a spiky part down here. And it comes to more ripped and torn sort of fabric. Come down like that, right? There's another little bump here. And then it's like armor. But then it goes like scratchy, torn, tattered sort of fabric there. There's all details in here, but we just get like his arm, right? His shoulder. Hairy again. And his chest. Come around that way, maybe like some shoulder muscle and tricep there. Same thing on this side. Chest coming down there. And like we should see like bicep or something going that way. Okay. And then this has, sorry, he's all sort of hairy and stuff on this. So there is like some light textures and hair lines and stuff on all this. But he's kind of like not as hairy in here as his arms. His arms are like super hairy. So now, that's, you can add more textures to that if you want. But we got to deal with all this in here. So, let's see. So there's these bones, not sure. So like a piece of metal or bone, just like sticking out here. We give them a bit of an edge. Some of them have like little, like X marks the spot stuff on them. It's like as if they're tied on, and then like little edge lines. Another one here. Right, and then this kind of goes underneath all this and joins this part, right? 1, 2, 3. And there's layers of stuff. We'll do them over this side first. On his face. I'll go here as well. We do an X, and then some of those edge lines. So adding an edge line to a piece of metal when you're drawing, it's just a little trick I learned. Just gives it just an extra depth or something. It's a very easy way. There's all these pipes, right, running this way. And we'll add a few of these. We won't add all of them. Maybe just one even. And then there's all these layers that run down this thing. And this is all like scratched up and give it some edge and everything. Edge on this. This joins the armor then. And then we'll give this an edge as well. Like just a light line that follows the side of it. Just follow it the whole way around. Makes it just look a bit better. There's like something else. Another line, light line going down there. And sort of textures and everything. Do as much of that now as you want. This is all fabric, sort of just colored red. Maybe some more texture on his hair. And I think that's it. Proximus Caesar from Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.